Grab a beer and drop your pants. Sing a walk and kiss the friends. It's the Man Show. Bring a trouble like a car. Yank your favorite private car. It's the Man Show. It's a place where men can come together. Look at the cans on this chick named Man Show. Man Show, Man Show, Man Show. Snuggy goes and trampolines. Snuggy boots and open jeans. It's the Man Show.
I got a question for you guys. Let me ask you, with all the porn that's available on the internet and DVDs and video, is anyone actually spanking off to Maxim magazine? I'm past Penthouse, I'm past Hustler. I have to go to the ads in the back of the magazines. I can't even get wood unless I see a black dot covering penetration.
See, I always think that Maxim-type magazines are for people who won't go to a full-contact strip joint, but they'll spend every lunch hour eating bad wings at Hooters. You know, guys who are too embarrassed to rent porn, but they'll sit through a pointless action movie because there's a 3-second shot of Halle Berry's nappy dugout.
And the articles are the worst. The articles are always like the world's 10 most dangerous vacation spots. Sorry, if you're too much of a girl to buy a Hustler, you're probably not going on a rhino hunting expedition anytime soon.
We just think that spanking it to swimsuit models is a rookie move. On the other side of the coin, though, you know, you don't want to end up like Doug. Alone at 3 a.m. on a website with grainy footage of a Nazi woman kicking an old man in the balls. You know, so
remember to clear your history.
You might want to pace yourself. So the next time you're at a newsstand and you reach for a copy of FHM, reach a little higher and spend your money on something wrapped in plastic. Be a man!
No, I'd like, those magazines would be a lot more fun if they had to use the same girl in every issue, so at least you'd have the pleasure of her growing old with you. You'd be all fat and bald and 50 years old. You can pick up the issue and go, oh, Alyssa Milano, it doesn't look like you're doing too good either.
Wouldn't it be great if you could know what someone's going to look like in 50 years before you made a commitment?
Well, now you can, because I went out and I found a sketch artist who could show you what your romantic future will look like, and it's looking pretty bleak. We're doing a documentary on young couples aging together, and Ron Rubio is a forensic sketch artist, and what he does, he can draw very accurately what you're going to look like 20 years from now as a couple. So he's ingenious in his art. All right, just a few questions. Do you smoke cigarettes? No. These are just things that affect your aging, so he can make it as accurate as possible. His work's amazing. As far as your sexual relations, when you're 49 and 46, you think you're...
Still be knocking boots, of course.
Still be attracted to one another?
Yes.
You're still going to be knocking boots? Then? If you're truly in love, then... you wouldn't mind crawling up on top of that and just making sweet, beautiful, and complete love? What's your biggest fear about aging together as a couple?
Loss of interest, boring sex life.
Have you had your first fight yet?
No.
Yep.
Well, this is how Ron sees you in 20 years from now as a couple. And evidently you're going to be really, really annoying. I don't know if you're nagging him all the time. Yeah. So how long have you been together?
Almost 2 years.
2 years and the sex life is still pretty good?
Oh, it's better.
Oh my gosh.
What's your favorite part of him physically?
He's very gifted. He's very blessed.
This is...
I ran you over.
Do you still think you'd be able to be romantic with him?
As long as he's good for Mara.
Then he'd be tripod-like. You wouldn't need the chair, you could pole vault.
You're absolutely.
Do you smoke cigarettes?
I do.
Here you are.
Why do I get the bad rap?
You'd have to ask the artist, but he doesn't speak a word of English. Again, this is pretty accurate as to this is what you look like.
Oh my God.
But you look happy, and that's what matters. Are you scared to think what she's gonna look like?
Yeah.
What about you?
Yes, I'm so anxious.
Yeah.
Oh, you look good.
I have hair.
Oh, I see. See, that's actually your kids. You've actually passed on. I don't know what happened with you guys, but do you feel all right now?
I wonder how much I'm gonna look like my mother.
This is what you're gonna look like as a couple.
That's terrible.
Is that what your mother looks
I
like?
hope she does. I'll marry you now if you're gonna get those.
Is this the person you're gonna grow old with?
We hope.
Well, this is basically a picture of your romance 20 years from now. Does that seem accurate at all?
Hell no.
I've never seen him be wrong. Do you think you're going to be in love forever?
I think so, man.
Yeah. Well, here it is. This is a very accurate portrayal of 20 years from now. And that seems to be me right there.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming at all. But you held up remarkably well. And I seem to look really happy there.
So how come none of those dudes try to kick that guy's ass?
Well, I think because deep down inside, there's that little voice inside him that says, that quiet Asian man might be telling the truth.
Actually, that quiet Asian man is here tonight.
What are you working on over there, Ron? When we come back, we communicate with the ex-girlfriends of members of our audience.
Stick around.
Joel Rogel has the amazing ability to communicate with women who have moved on to other relationships. He gained this ability to channel ex-girlfriends when he was bitten on the head by a radioactive army test monkey. This morning, join us as Joel helps men gain closure by crossing over to the other side.
I'm Joel Rogel. Welcome to the other side. We've all had a girlfriend or wife move on. Today, I'm going to help put men in contact with the women who've dumped them so that they might find closure and begin the healing process. There's so much painful ex-girlfriend energy in the room today. I'm feeling a Joe. Is there a Joe?
Yes, right here.
Joe, getting very strong vibrations. Your heart was broken.
Yes, sir, it was.
Your ex, her name was Marissa.
Yeah.
I have some rather sad news about Marissa. She's seeing another man. But you'll be glad to know that when they're having sex, she thinks about you. In fact, she calls out your name. Oh my, they're having sex right now. Oh, they're thrashing about, but she's calling out your name. Yes, she keeps saying it. Joe, Joe. I'm so glad you're not a premature ejaculator like Joe. It's so great. It's so great having sex that lasts for more than 30 seconds. And you don't cry and say you're sorry after it's over every time. I hope this helps heal you. I'm feeling vibrations. I'm feeling vibrations from a Jennifer. Who here Who here was left behind by a Jennifer?
Right over here.
So, Jennifer is giving off tremendous energy. She exuded a sexual power over you, didn't she?
Yes.
But you drove her far away. Far away. From all men. I see her with another woman.
Nice.
She's now playing for Team Pink with a hot redhead. Wait a minute, I'm sorry. Wait. I see a man. I've got this all wrong. She has a boyfriend. That other woman is just some floozy they picked up in a bar. Oh, it seems all your begging for her to do a three-way has finally paid off. For him. Look at the hungry smile on Jennifer's face. I hope that brings you comfort. I'm sensing an M. Is there a Melvin? Is there a Melvin here tonight? See your ex Janet. She was deeply scarred by your relationship. I see her in counseling now. She's telling her therapist how awkward it is to see Melvin now. Is it awkward for you to see her?
Yeah, it is.
She admits that it's her fault. Because when a brother and a sister have sex, family get-togethers are bound to be a little weird. I hope this brings you comfort. I'm sensing the beyond. Is there Leander? Leander.
Yes.
I see you no longer have your faithful companion, Maria.
That's correct.
It saddens you.
Yes, it does.
I can see you would take Maria on long walks. She was always happy to see you, wasn't she?
Yes, she was.
Oh, and you had the torrid sex with her. Torrid sex? What torrid sex you had? And when you would thrust into her, she would howl with pleasure. What was your favorite position?
Doggy style.
Doggy style, but of course, because Maria was a pure-blood German Shepherd. Oh, curse this gift of mine. I see you having sex with a dog. I hope this brings you comfort, for it sickens me. I'm getting a very strong sensation for a friend. You saw a friend? I'm making a definite connection with you now. You used to have a relationship with Ronnie.
Yes, that's correct.
Didn't you? You did. You were very close with Ronnie. You used to spend so many long nights together. How was that?
It was terrific.
Ronnie wishes that you had never left. For one reason, your sexual skills were amazing. You engaged in marathon love-making sessions that left Ronnie completely drained. That is why Ronnie considers you the best cellmate he has ever had. Of all the inmates he had, you had the hungriest butt. I hope this brings your ravaged anus comfort. That is all the time we have for the other side. Remember, we all have an ex, and in fact, someone is having yours right now.
Now, some people like to pay full price for goods and services. I call these people suckers. Take a look at how a broke guy does it. You know, a ride to the airport in a stinky cab costs like 35 bucks, and you know your friends don't want to drive you. But you know who's always ready to give you a ride to the airport? Car salesman. How you doing?
And this is within your price range.
Oh, you better believe it. The salesman thinks I want a test drive, but all I really want is a free ride to the airport for me and my bags. Just want to check out the trunk space on this baby. Just want to see how it handles on the freeway. Now I just want to test out how this thing goes 6.5 miles south to airport exit and then right.
I prefer you didn't smoke.
Oh, I always smoke when I've been drinking this much. Just want to see how this thing weaves in and out of airport traffic. Oh, you gotta be kidding.
What do you mean?
Do you feel those brakes?
What?
This is a death trap. I don't even feel comfortable sitting in this car. Good luck to you getting this thing home. There you have it. One free ride to the airport. You know, I want to try the 97. Meet me back here on Tuesday at 8:30 in the morning. I want to see how that thing handles in rush hour traffic. Car parts are pricey. Unless, of course, you rent the same model that you own, then car parts are a dime a dozen. New alternator was going to cost me 185 bucks. Rental car, $19.99 a day with unlimited mileage. And if you're not a mechanic, you always have that one buddy who can fix just about anything for a six-pack of beer. You take the brand new alternator out of the rental car and swap it with your piece of crap. All for the price of a $2.99 six-pack. Now it's just a quick trip back to the rental car place. And just before you drop it off, don't forget to top off the tank. But not with gas. That stuff's expensive. Dude, that thing's a piece of crap. It's got a blown alternator. Backseat reeks of hookers. I ain't paying for that. No, sorry. But, tank's full. This is really gonna come in handy when I get a car.
Coming up next, Q&A. All right, before we get to Q&A, how about a nice toast, everybody? Thanks for coming out. Salute. All right.
Mark Ormond from Cerritos. Mark, where are you sitting? Is it wrong if I masturbate to myself in the mirror? Hell no! That's the only way to masturbate. I don't even like when a chick walks in. I'm like, hey, baby, step out. Mark, I'll tell you right now. Don't ruin my stroke. I have stacks of my own headshots stuck together.
Where is Fred Nunes? All right, Fred wants to know, is it wrong for me to sit and listen to my brother-in-law tell me about his sex stories with my sister? Well, then, you know, you're merely a curious observer. That's how I look at it. Like, wow, really? She likes that? I always thought she was gay. I don't know.
Brandon Durr. Brandon Durr, the Durr family in the house tonight. Brandon wants to know, why do men jump from second floors of hotels into 5-foot swimming pools? I just have to venture a guess, but maybe they were sitting there doing bumps of crystal meth off of some Nicaraguan housekeeper's flapjack boobie for days. Crank snore. They got the manager pounding on the door. It's not like I don't have the money to pay the manager. I'm just too paranoid to open the door. He's just banging on it. I got a chain lock, bolt lock. I'm too geeked out. Finally, I just open up the hotel window. I jump from the second floor into the swimming pool. Or maybe he's just drunk. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Good night, everyone.
And now, girls jumping on trampolines.